Have you ever felt like no matter how hard you try, it still doesn't feel like enough? Like you're doing everything you can to keep up, get organized, have more energy, stay patient, stay positive, and somehow you end the day exhausted. If you ever wonder, why am I this tired? Why does everything feel so heavy? Why can't I just push through this? Well then, sis, this episode is for you. Today, we are talking about 5 real reasons everything feels so exhausting and why trying harder isn't actually fixing it. Spoiler alert, the answer isn't another planner, another routine, or waking up at 5 a.m. If one more person tells an exhausted mom to just wake up earlier, I am throwing hands. So whether you are sitting in the school pickup line, folding laundry while you already folded once because somebody unfolded them for you, thank you very much for that, or taking a sip of your refresher, let's have a little chat. Before we dive into today's episode, I would like to ask, have you ever thought, I just want someone to walk me through this? Because I want to invite you to go a little bit deeper. I send weekly encouragement, supportive scriptures, and simple practical steps to help you feel more grounded, clearer, and more like yourself again in this season. Because this isn't about managing your home. It's about restoring your peace. Scripture reminds us that God is not a God of confusion or overwhelm, but of peace. And sometimes we just need help bringing that peace back into our everyday lives. So if you don't want to keep doing this alone, come join me. Sign up through the link in the show notes. I remember a season where I felt tired all the time. Not just physically tired, mentally tired, emotionally tired. The kind of tired that sleep just doesn't fix. I was functioning like a pro. Kids were ready. Laundry was going, meals were planned, schedules was managed, and the house was looking so good. Inside, I remember constantly thinking, I am so tired right now. I desperately wanted more energy. The more tired I felt, the more I tried to push harder. Push more, do more, keep moving. Somewhere along the way, I started believing exhaustion meant I wasn't trying hard enough. The harder I pushed, the worse I felt. And eventually I realized my exhaustion wasn't laziness. It was overload. Mental overload is real. It is a real thing. And I want to talk more about this with you in detail. And we're going to go in reverse order, starting with number 5. You're mentally overloaded. Your brain is constantly running, planning, remembering, managing, anticipating. When your mind never takes a break, it creates ongoing mental exhaustion. Your brain stays on all day long, and eventually your nervous system starts waving the white flag. Start with this, a mental unload. Write everything down, appointments, responsibilities, things you need to remember, mental tabs that you are carrying. Get it out of your head because your brain needs space, not more pressure. Number 4, you're emotionally depleted. You are constantly pouring out attention, patience, energy, and supportive care. Giving without refilling eventually leads to emotional burnout. Emotional depletion often looks like irritability, numbness, overstimulation, and low motivation. Okay, sis, let's shift this. Create one refill moment every single day. Not productivity, not multitasking, just refilling. Here are some examples of what you can do. Sit outside quietly. I know that's kind of hard when kids are running around, But if they're watching a show or they're involved in some activity, that can sometimes give you a few minutes to just sit outside quietly. Play some worship music before everybody wakes up. This gets your mind and heart and body aligned with God. So all that He has for you in the day, you are ready for it because you filled up with Him before the day even started. Drink your coffee when it's hot. I know. This is the most rarest experience, it seems, especially when you got kids running around everywhere. But I'm telling you, it's a small little thing that you can do when you get to actually drink a hot cup of coffee. Sitting for 5 minutes without solving anybody's problems. I understand there are things that need to be done. How can sitting still get those things done? Well, we are talking about refilling your bucket. You cannot constantly pour from an empty bucket and expect yourself not to feel exhausted. And if your bucket is already empty, you are certainly not going to be able to finish the rest of your day with energy. So we need to refill the bucket. We need to start at some point where you are getting recharged and getting restored so that you can continue doing what God has called you to do in this season without being drained. Number 3, you are carrying too much alone. You are carrying responsibilities, decisions, pressure, and mental load all by yourself. Doing everything alone creates exhaustion, not efficiency. Somewhere along the way, you quietly started believing, it's easier if I just do it myself. I don't want to ask for help. Nobody else will get it right. Eventually, carrying everything alone became too heavy. Choose one thing this week to share. One task, one responsibility, one mental load item. You need the support to help reduce the pressure and the weight. Even imperfect, support still counts. Number 2, you're expecting too much from yourself. Your standards just may be unrealistic in this season. Trying to meet high expectations while carrying a demanding load creates constant pressure, and pressure, it's exhausting. Ask yourself, what is enough for today? Not perfect, probably not ideal, just enough. Let that be enough for you and your mind to not put that pressure of making everything perfect. This season does not require perfection. Please hear me on that. It's not about perfection. The number 1 reason you're not allowing yourself rest, and I mean true rest. You may only allow yourself to rest once everything is done. But when everything eventually gets done, there's still more things to be done, meaning that nothing ever really gets done. Trying to rest when everything is completed keeps you stuck in an endless cycle of exhaustion. Everything is rarely done at once, Mama, and I know you know that. I remember getting one part of the house super duper clean, so proud of myself, high five, only to turn around and see that my children had destroyed the family room. And of course, within minutes, somebody needed something, or somebody spilled something, or I had a child that needed to ask me 37 questions back to back. I remember thinking, no wonder I'm exhausted. I actually never stop. Okay, so let's take a deep breath. Pause before everything is finished. Okay, I get it. There's a mess. There's another mess. There's someone crying. There's this problem. There's that problem. We're going to find you 5 minutes. 5 minutes to just sit down. 5 minutes to just step outside and breathe the fresh air. 5 minutes before you jump into the next activity. That may require you to get the kids distracted, and you have to go fight for those 5 minutes by getting them distracted. But when they are distracted and they are not needing your attention, set that timer for 5 minutes. This might be that time where you're grabbing the cup of coffee that's hot and drinking it. It might be that time that you just step on your back porch and breathe in the fresh air. It's 5 minutes and you need it, and you are so worthy of it. Rest is not rewarding yourself, okay? Rest is what you need to prevent the burnout. So today, if everything is feeling exhausting, I want you to hear this clearly. You're not weak. You're not lazy. You're not failing. You are simply been carrying more than you were meant to, for longer than you were meant to, and you're exhausted. It's not something to be ashamed of. It's something to be aware of and listen to your body. So instead of asking yourself, how can I try harder? Ask yourself, what needs to change so this feels lighter? Healing exhaustion usually doesn't begin with pushing harder. It begins with carrying less. Start there. Hey mama, I hope you enjoyed today's show. If so, would you take 30 seconds and share it with a friend who is deep in the chaos and could use it today? Also, please leave a quick review for the show on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Remember, you are my inspiration, so your review lets me know I'm blessing you. Alrighty, I am off to dance to the exit music, top off my iced coffee, and pretend I didn't just hear, "Where's Mom?" being yelled from the other room. I'll meet you soon for another episode. Bye, beautiful.